Hmm. Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And indeed, this is a live news show for movie fans. We talk about all the trending movie news headlines of the day, including a Predator 4K release. Yes, it's finally coming to 4K, guys. Are you going to get it? We'll take a look at the details. Where's that Salem's Lot movie? Rebel Moon is going to have a teaser or some kind of a trailer next week. We'll talk about that. A whole bunch of people have some legal problems that we'll take a look at. Of course, we'll take a look at what's opening up this weekend, but we start off today's show by taking a look at what this Poison Ivy article is all about. What Poison Ivy, huh? Katie Sackhoff opens up about wanting the DCU's Poison Ivy role, though she knows Karen Gillan is gunning for it. Well, very curious choice of words there in the title there, guys. Gunning for it, because now James Gunn is in control of the DCU. And if Katie Sackhoff wants to be Poison Ivy, I got no problem with that. But Karen Gillan would also be a good choice as a Poison Ivy. The thing is that Gunn has been known for wanting to work with actors he's worked well with before, because if you got a good working relationship, why not? And he's worked with Karen Gillan quite a bit for the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and stuff like that. So, fascinating. And how does she know all this? Because I know Katie Sackhoff has a podcast right now. Did it come out there? What's going on here? In addition to having played Amunet Black in the Flash TV series, Sackhoff also voiced Poison Ivy in the animated TV movie, Batman and the Long Halloween. Okay, so she's voiced Poison Ivy before, so she's familiar with the character. That's cool. So she said, Gillan has an even bigger edge because of her relationship with James Gunn. She says, yeah, so, quote, no, I haven't talked to James Gunn. Listen, I saw Karen Gillan wants to play her too. And like, she's got a closer in than I do. So I feel like that's a given. I feel like I've got no horse in that race. And if Karen wants to play that character, but God, I love her. I can't be mad at her. She's fantastic and I love her dearly. So I would still love to, for sure. I think that maybe I can play Poison Ivy's mom. What? Mom. I can't play Karen's mom again. I can play Karen's mom again. We can just do that again and we can both play Poison Ivy, like different versions, maybe. You never know. Wait a minute. Karen Gillan was in Oculus? Karen Gillan's mom again is a reference to 2013's Oculus. Wait a minute. Karen Gillan was in Oculus? I thought that was, I know that Katie was in that, and that's the main reason why I watched it. I thought, that's right, because there's the younger orange-haired girl, and Karen Gillan plays the older version of her, right? Is that what I'm remembering here? Brenton Thwaites. That's right. Karen Gillan. Yeah, there's young Annalise Basso. That's who I was thinking of. She played the younger version. I do like Annalise Basso. That would be one of my picks, depending on how old they want to go. Because Karen Gillan and Katie Sackhoff are a little bit older, but Annalise Basso would also be a really cool choice to play Poison Ivy. She's a good actress, guys. If you've watched that series on Netflix, Snowpiercer, you get to see a lot more of her, and I think that would also be a cool fit, depending on how young you wanted to go, because, well, she's got the red hair. But she's also a really good actress. That's the thing, too. I think she was also in Annabelle Creation, right? So, is that what I'm thinking? Let's look at her resume. Ouija, Origin of Evil. Oh, maybe that's it. God, that was terrible. That was awful. Oh yeah. Well, wait a minute. Was that the first or second Ouija? The first Ouija was a little bit like Annabelle. It sucked. The first one sucked, and then the second one was not all that bad. 2011. So maybe I got that wrong, James. She was in Slender Man. No, she was in Ouija, Origin of Evil, not Annabelle. She wasn't in Annabelle. I thought she was. Unless I'm not seeing this right, guys. Yeah, that's actress. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm digressing from the main point here of people who could play Poison Ivy. What do you guys think? I usually don't entertain this kind of stuff, this speculation, but I am a Katie Sackhoff fan and I'm a Karen Gillan fan. So, hey, and I do like Poison Ivy. I want to see Poison Ivy with Harley Quinn. That's what I want to see. I want to see some kind of not like a romance kind of thing, but them teaming up together, that kind of thing. They could do the romance kind of thing. I know some people like that storyline, but it really depends on the age. What do you guys think about that Poison Ivy stuff? Let me know in the comments below. As I said, we are a live news show, guys. 10:30 a.m. Eastern. There are all my other social media handles. Wait, hold on here. No, that works. So as you can see, I've added the Twitch symbol there. We do Twitch gaming. So I will be setting up a private YouTube, well, not a private, another YouTube channel for all the gaming VODs that'll go up there and stuff like that. So you can join me for that. We will be starting Final Fantasy VII Remake soon. And once I get that, I'm just still learning the ropes of the Twitch because I got to switch over my OBS settings from Twitch to YouTube every day. That's a lot. That's a fun chore. But it is what it is. And I just kind of like using Twitch as kind of like I'm turning it on when I'm playing guitar. I'll turn it on when maybe I'll turn it on when I'm making the graphics for the banner for the new channel of the gaming channel. I'll just, I don't know. We'll see. All right. Let me get set here for my Blue Beetle review because I want to get into that. Okay, we can turn off chat capture. No, we're turning off chat capture. We're turning off the banners. We are putting up the poster. Blue Beetle. Let's get into this. Wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. Reload. Perfect. Let's do it. Actually, I want to pull up the trailer and we'll take a look at some snapshot stuff. Blue Beetle trailer. What the hell is that? Sorry, I was distracted by something there. Wow. Really distracted. That's wow. Okay. Sorry. All right, here we go. Sure that's good. All right. Blue Beetle opens up this weekend, guys. And did you go out and see it? Are you going to go out and see it? Let me just reset that one. That one's not good. Yeah. Blue Beetle opens up this weekend, guys, and I gotta tell you, is it worth seeing? Is it worth you going to the theater to pay to see it? Well, I gotta tell you, I liked it, but I came out of the theater saying that, well, it was a fairly generic origin story for a superhero. There's nothing in this movie that we haven't seen before. Now, saying that, some people will say, well, then you hated it. No, I didn't hate it. It was a completely serviceable origin film for this character, Blue Beetle, that is now going to be part of the DCU, maybe? I don't know. The synopsis reads, an alien scarab chooses college graduate Jaime Reyes to be its symbiotic host, bestowing the teenager with a suit of armor that's capable of extraordinary and unpredictable powers, forever changing his destiny as he becomes the superhero known as Blue Beetle, except I don't think he's ever addressed as Blue Beetle. Guys, It's about 2 hours. The runtime does have a bit of an effect on it. I think it will not fare too well on repeat viewings, but it moved pretty quickly. But as I said, there's fare in here. It's the token kind of bad guy. Oh, I want this. I want the scarab for myself so I can take over the world kind of thing. And they don't do a really good job of explaining the extent of what the suit's powers are and what they can do. Like, they show it doing cool things, but then at one point it kind of gets damaged a little bit, and it's kind of like, well, I thought you were pretty much indestructible. So what is going on here? They don't really do a whole lot of explaining of that, but the acting is good. Xolo Maridueña, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. He did a good job as the main character. He did a really good job. Bruna Marquezine. But the father, Damien Alcazar, also did a good job. Yeah, there's a good family dynamic going on here in the film that I think a lot of people will attach onto. If you come from maybe this demographic or this lineage, this heritage, there's going to be some stuff in there that how they work as a family and stuff like that I think a lot of people will grab onto. Does it have a political overtone to it? Not really, no. But you're more interested in, okay, what is the suit? What can it do? And for the most part, it works, but it's just not all that memorable. It's kind of like they mentioned Superman and Batman, but it's kind of like, we know that they're in this universe. Where's Superman? Why would he let this continue to go on, kind of thing, right? And that's one of the problems by having this shared universe kind of thing. And I think there's the director, and Angel Soto. Guys, I think, yeah, if you're a fan of the Blue Beetle property, then you'll want to see this movie. If you're a fan of Xolo, then you'll probably want to see this. It's so disconnected from the rest of the DCU. This could easily be spun into the new James Gunn universe going forward. But it could also be tied to the Snyderverse. It doesn't really matter because it's just a small, confined story of the origin, or oranges, as some people would say, of Blue Beetle. The bad guy, Susan Sarandon. Typical, hey, I'm the head of a big company that's investigating this technology. I want it for myself kind of thing. It's a little hammy at times from her, I would have to say. It's just so middle of the road, man. And it kind of bums me out to say that. So let's go over the tomato meter and see what people are saying before I get into my critical analysis. 79% by the critics, 94% by the audience. So I think that 79 dropped a little bit. I think it was like in the 80s yesterday. 127 reviews by the critics, 94% by the audience. So the audience is liking a little bit better. The thing is that early Thursday projections were saying that it was only about 3 million-ish for previews. So it's not stellar for Blue Beetle. But let's just see what some of the snapshot reviews are saying and see if we agree with them. ABC News liked it, so the thrills in the first Latino superhero epic are mostly generic, but the personal relationships between the protagonist, Jaime Reyes, and charming Xolo Maridueña and his irresistible, rowdy, and resilient relatives make them all the difference. Viva la familia. Is that how you pronounce that? Sorry. Boston Globe liked it. Blue Beetle is a watchable time waster made better by the actors and the cinematography by Paweł Pogorowski. Sorry if I'm butchering those names. Okay, so hold on. He even admits it here. Watchable time waster. So it's not something where you're going to be coming out and saying, guys, you got to check this out. But this Barbie movie, you got to check this thing out. And it's not like that. And I echoed that in my straight out of the theater reaction. It's kind of like, there's nothing in here that will make, like me, say to you, you got to check this out because of the acting. You got to check this out because of the visual effects. The storyline here is so epic. No, it's not. It's fairly bland. And if somebody were to say that it was bland and generic, I can't disagree with those criticisms. But it's not terrible. It's not an awful film. It's not cringeworthy. there is heart there between this kid who goes out to college and tries to do good for his family, but then his family's just succumbing to all like the economic status of like the universe that they're in, right? So there's some family dynamics going on there that I appreciated, and I think a lot of other people will be gravitating to. There were reports I saw yesterday that this movie had some bad visual effects. Now, let's talk about that. The suit looked fine. The suit looked fine, and I was looking out for these so-called bad visual effects, and that all looks fine to me. I was looking for the Flash level visual effects, you know, stuff that just kind of looks, when you see it, it's kind of like, yeesh, what the heck is this? But when you see this seems to, well, it looks to me like the visual effects are good. This is like the muscle of the bad guy, of, you know, them trying to create this technology to create these suits, very Iron Man-esque suits, to make soldiers and make profit. But yeah, as I said, Sholo did a good job. Just, I don't know if this movie's going to resonate with a big enough fan base that it's going to be rewarded at the box office. I think if this movie quietly somehow makes its money back, I think this could be on the table for an appearance later on down the line in a crossover with the new James Gunn universe. I think they've left that door open. This movie does have 2 post-credit scenes, at least the ones that I saw. The first one is kind of interesting. It doesn't really show that much. And then there's the final one that's, you can leave. Get out of the theater for that one. But overall, guys, if I were to be looking at this, let me see if I can pull this up here properly on mine here. Let's go through this. The acting was serviceable. Was there any standout performance in there? Well, the father got me. The father dynamic. The people may hate the sister role. The sister was supposed to be like the comedic relief, and that didn't really work for me. So I'll give 1.5 for the acting. Yeah. I think I kind of like that, right? I like that. That feels good. Directing, God. Well, actually, to tell you the truth, directing, I'll also give 1.5. So that's 3. Storyline was meh. So 3. No, wait, hold on. 4. Now. Watchability is 1 there. I'll leave the watchability at 1. Whoops. So now it's just cinematography. Cinematography sitting at 0.5. 2, 3, 6 out of 10? 6 out of 10 for Blue Beetle? Is that what I'm thinking? Yeah. I don't know where else I would give points for it, guys. Cinematography was actually not awful. I could maybe give that a 1. I can move that up to a 1, cinematography. Why not? Give that a full point. Yeah. It's a 6.5. Score, actually the score was not that bad either. I'll give that a full point too. Why not? I'm being generous here. There you go. Cinematography and score are the best points about this. Make it worthwhile watching. I would give Blue Beetle a 7 out of 10. There you go. That's a generous 7 out of 10. Now, as I said, I don't think that it's going to resonate with enough fans. The people that are going out to see it seem to be liking it. So hopefully, when people come out of the theater, they'll be more like the audience score on the tomato meter there. And there'll be enough talk if it can beat Barbie at the box office this week. Barbie made 33 million last week. You got to chop that in about half now, guys, because it's going to be a 5th week. Can Blue Beetle make more than 15 million? Yes. So I think it will come in at the number 1 spot. But other than that, it was fine. Blue Beetle is a fine movie. That's it. What do you guys think? Did you go out and see it? Let me know in the comments below. This is also a kind of movie where we don't need to get into a whole bunch of spoiler talk, because it just doesn't merit that kind of a harsh critique and breakdown. Now, there will be people out there that will do it, but for me, it's kind of like, I'm done. I saw it. I don't need to see any more of it. There you go. Blue Beetle. Are you hyped? What did you guys think? I was being fair. I was going to give it a 6 out of 10. I stretched to 7, and that's the best I can do. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and we will talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domains. All right, so that'll be cut out and put up on the channel later on. Let's get back into some comments here. Let me see if I can pull this up, chat capture. All right. And let me see if I can scroll that down just a bit. Chris Schober, they just released Chucky Season 3. They released a movie called She Came to Me. Well, did you not look at the show notes? Art Glass Viking says, I was wondering maybe... I was wondering, maybe we have the POV of Jaime as he learns the suit capability, so will we? Not really. That said, I've not seen it. I'm dragging my bro to see it tonight. I hope he doesn't regret me taking him. Well, as I said, it's not a terrible film. It's not. You're not going to be coming out of that going, oh man, I just wasted my time and my money going to see this movie. That's not what you're going to get with Blue Beetle. It's a fine, serviceable film. And then it's kind of like, whoa, okay. Is Blue Beetle movie 2003 worth the wait, James? Was it worth the wait? I don't know. I guess. As I said, there were things about it that I liked. Nice score, 7 out of 10 gives me hope. My bro won't want to punch me. I'm still hyped to see Blue Beetle. And if you're a fan of that actor, Sholo, then I think you'll like him in this movie too. The acting is not cringeworthy. Maybe they try to do a little bit of a romantic interest here with one of the characters. That felt a little bit shoehorned in, but it's a minor part of the film. Eventually that'll go somewhere, maybe in a sequel if you get one, but as I said, it really all depends on how well it fares at the box office. And that's what we can take a look at now. Let's talk about what's opening up this week. As I said, Blue Beetle is opening, but Blue Beetle director Angel Manuel Soto is relieved that his characters have a DCU future. A DCU future. And that's what I said in my review there, guys, is that they've left it open. They acknowledged Batman and Superman, but they didn't outright say which Batman and which Superman, right? So it's kind of like, well, it could exist for either one. And James Gunn said that he would welcome this character into his universe. So it's possible. It's possible. I don't know if people are going to be like, yeah, I hope Blue Beetle shows up in the next Justice League movie, because it's like, well, why? Right? It is heartbreaking. I want them to have their moment, their moment. Oh, yeah, he was talking about how the actors are not able to come and promote the movie now because of the strike going on and stuff like that. The directing. Yeah. They had fun making it. And yeah, the grandma stuff, that was a little too much like Spy Kids, but as I said, it's a minor part. And you look the other direction when you're kind of like, okay. I just wish I knew what the extent of the powers of the suit were. It was like, this is supposed to protect him. You know? It's supposed to be indestructible. Or is it? Is it indestructible? It doesn't seem to be indestructible at some points. Why is it now failing? And it's kind of like, yeah, unless I missed it. Yeah. So Blue Beetle is opening up 79% by critics, 94% by the audience. Let me see if I can refresh this. It's the only big release opening up this weekend. Or sorry, well, no, it's not. The Strays is also opening up, but I wouldn't really call Strays a huge release. Strays is that dog movie. I am gonna go see this, but I don't think. I think I'm gonna go see it on a cheap Tuesday. Unless it's got a Saturday release that's really early in the morning. Let me take a look at what Saturday is, and tomorrow. Okay, if it's got a early, sometimes they play it in the mornings. No, 1:50 p.m. No morning release there. See if I can get that here. Saturday, 10 p.m. Okay, so there is a 10:30 a.m. show there. And it's in the reclining seat theater. Bummer. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I'll go see it. I don't know. Strays. What is Strays doing? Critic wise, 54% by critics. Any audience scores? Come on, guys, it's out now. Why isn't the audience chiming in? They had advanced previews on Wednesday for this. This is something that I think is also going to come and go. It's like, it's raunchy humor. Like these dogs swear and curse and drink, and they want to attack humans for, well, revenge purposes, because one of the owners against the main dog is not a very nice person. It's got that guy from Stranger Things, Murray, right? It looks like him, at least. If I might got it wrong. Will Forte, Jamie Foxx, Will Ferrell doing the voices. It looks like it'll be fun, but I think I'm kind of like, I want to wait for this one to be streaming. I don't want to be sitting in the theater with a bunch of rowdy people not really caring about the film. Like, this is kind of like the crowd that would get the Jackass crowd, right? Like, they go out and see the Jackass movies. I like going to the theaters for those movies because it is a communal experience where it's kind of like everybody's groaning and going, oh, gross, all at the same time, kind of thing. This, I don't know. This would just be kind of annoying if people are out on their phones and not caring about what the movie is, occasionally going, oh, yeah, that dog said something raunchy. Isn't that funny? Kind of like that. I don't know. I know some people will be liking this, but it's just not my bag. Randall Park, Jamie Foxx, Isla Fisher, Josh Gad. Oh, Sofia Vergara's in this. Delilah the Couch. What? She's the voice of a couch? Interesting. I don't know, man. But that's opening up this weekend. Blue Beetle and Strays. Blue Beetle had about 3 million-ish in previews on Thursday night, so it is tracking for about 25 to 30 million. Will that break Barbie from the number one spot? I think it will. I think Blue Beetle will come in number one. I think Blue Beetle will be like around the 20, 25 million-ish. And then Gran Turismo opens up next week, so that'll definitely take the number one spot. Barbie and Oppenheimer have been there for 4 weeks, guys, in the number 1 and 2 spots, pretty much neck and neck there. So that's what we're looking at. Are you guys going to go see any of these movies? Let me know if you're going to see Blue Beetle or Strays, and which one do you think is going to do better? Where's Strays going to fit here on this list? Will it even make 12 million? Because look, Last Voyage of Demeter only made 6.5 million last week, and that's a pretty good movie. It's not going to be in the top 5 this week because it'll get pushed down because of Blue Beetle, and I think it'll go Blue Beetle, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then I think Strays will get the top 5 spot. I think Strays will be number 5. Yeah. Then Meg 2 and Voyage will drop down. That's the way I feel. What do you guys think? Opening this week. I want to bring it to other people's attention as well. I've got a poll up on the channel. I want people to start participating in it because we've put up a poll for the movie news show. As you can see, I put 10:30 a.m. Eastern, or nobody wants it at 11. That's fine. Or 1 p.m. Eastern. I think it's only got 5 votes so far. I'm going to be plugging this for like a week or so, a couple of weeks, just to get back into it. Guys have, I really like the 10:30 show. It gets me ready for the rest of the afternoon to do like shorts, to do some gaming and stuff like that. I just need to break things up like that. But if you want to go participate in that poll, by all means. And we got to get into some Grumpy Man reacts as well too soon again. Next week, Ahsoka opens up, and we'll be doing Ahsoka reactions, so pay attention to that. We did a reaction to Heart of Stone this week with Gal Gadot. Go watch that full movie reaction. Of course, my reviews for Last Voyage of Demeter is up. Meg 2, Talk to Me, Bird Box Barcelona. Really good movie. Barbie review, Oppenheimer review, Mission Impossible. And of course, then, we do movie news there live. And I should be getting a notification for my Taylor Swift tickets. I still haven't gotten it yet because I'm in queue for one of the days of selling. So I want to get that I need to get that up and out of the way as quickly as possible. I don't mind spending a couple $100 to go see her, and I'll hopefully get that done today. Anyway, let me wet my whistle. I started a little bit late, so we'll go a little bit long today. Rebel Moon! Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon teaser trailer to be released next week. Cool. Now, guys, this is supposed to be a Star Wars-esque inspired, well, couple of movies because there's going to be 2 parts, right? But it's also got a fairly interesting cast. Charlie Hunnam, Jaimin Hansu, and Sofia Boutella, who I'm really looking forward to. She's like the main character that rounds up all of these like mercenaries and bounty hunter-esque type people to fight against, well, a crooked, well, empire, sort of, if you know what I mean. Hey, it is what it is. So Zack Snyder took to his social media, adding the final touches. The Rebel Moon teaser trailer will make its global debut at Gamescom. See you there Tuesday. So I guess we're going to get it Tuesday, guys. And I'm looking forward to it. Zack Snyder, he's a visionary. It's going to look slick. And it's going to be on Netflix, guys. And we will be doing full live watch along when this movie drops in December this year. I think it's like around Christmas time. So August 22nd, next Tuesday, is when this trailer drops. That looks cool. And you know what? It's nice to see that Zack Snyder is having a touch and some input onto the trailer. Sometimes directors don't get a say. It's like they hire this external marketing company to come in and make the trailer, and it's kind of like, what are you guys doing? This director should know how to sell his own product. Take some notes from him, right? But anyway, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder, August 22nd. We will be doing, I'll post a trailer reaction. I've been trying to get away from them because trailer reactions, it's copyright issues. It is what it is. I don't know. We'll see. Looking forward to that. Just pulling some various headlines because this one did catch my eye. This was up on Joe Blow. Salem's Lot remake remains on the shelf at Warner Bros. Yeah. Now, they made this movie last year. It was supposed to come out last year. There's the poster. This was the poster for the book that was supposed to tie in. Like they were going to re-release the book with the movie release, and they were actually going to use like a shot here, like a promo image from the movie on the book. So that's what you're seeing here. This movie shot, it's all in the can. It was going to be for streaming service, and then they were like, well, it's good enough to put in the movie theater, so let's do that. And then they were like, actually, it's not all that good, so let's just put it on the shelf, and hopefully people will forget about it. But I'm not going to forget about it because I'm a horror fan, and I wanted to see this property get kind of like an update, and sucks, man. Yeah, I'm not going to go bore you with the myriad of release dates of like August 24, 2022, April 2023. Um, I'm not going to bore you with that. So it's just sitting. I said sitting, guys. It's just sitting on the shelf there, collecting dust. Now, the one thing that may work in our favor here is that, well, the actors and writers are on strike. I would say then release this. Release this in the theater when things start to slow down a little bit. Put this out in, say, January. You know? Just say, oh, well, that's it. We're not going to market it too much. We'll have a small campaign that we'll build there in December. And let us see it. Let us see it. That's what I want to see. Let us see it. Crying out loud. Like, don't shelve it for tax purposes. I don't understand how they get away with that. That should not happen. Gran Turismo is getting good buzz and good reviews. I'm giving Strays a hard pass. Yeah. I've been quenching my thirst for Salem's Lot by watching Series 2 from It Came From Left Field and is binge-worthy. Watching Series 2 of From. Okay. I'm not quite sure what From is. But, yeah. Ooh, that's disgusting. Not going to be doing that. Blending mode. Normal. No? Add? No? I think we might have to go with that one. Subtract? No? I just wanted to see if I could brighten that up a little bit. Screen. Yeah, that's about the same, right? Yeah, that's the same. Yeah. All right. Well, it's sitting there. They still have no official plans as to what they're going to do with Salem's Lot. They show lack of interest in releasing Salem's Lot. But that excitement seems to have faded. Yeah. With 1 year anniversary of Salem's Lot losing its release date, we're hoping that Warner Bros. Will be breaking their silence on the film very soon. I hope so too. I hope you break it soon too, because I want to check it out. All right. What's next? Prey. Cool. Predator Prey. We had lots of fun reacting to that movie, didn't we? I really enjoyed this Predator movie. It's got to be up there with one of my favorites. Obviously, nothing's going to beat the original, but it's almost tied for the second one, guys. And I really like the Danny Glover one. And actually, I think I might like it better than Danny Glover. So Predator, Predator Prey, Predator 2. Oh, Predators was just awful. Well, sorry. And then Predators. I was thinking of the Predator sucks. Predators is actually pretty good too. I like that one with Adrian Brody. Yeah, so Predator, Predator Prey, Predator 2, Predators. And then what? Predator versus Alien? Ugh. There's my top 5 Predators. Anyway, so Predator Prey is going to be getting a 4K Blu-ray release in October. Cool. I got to get a 4K TV, which means I guess I got to get a Blu-ray player that plays 4K discs, because my PlayStation 3 doesn't support 4K Blu-ray, right? It supports normal 1080 Blu-ray, but not 4K Blu-ray. So October 3rd is when this comes out. Cool. So what's all the bonus material? Making of Prey behind the scenes? Yeah, I expect that. FYC panel with cast and crew, which is kind of like what was that, like a Comic-Con or something, FYC? For your consideration panel. Interesting. Alternate opening scene. What? I didn't know that. Check out a scene that didn't make the cut with commentary by the director Dan Trachtenberg. So there's an alternate opening, huh? Deleted scenes, I expect that. audio commentary from the director and Amber Midthunder. Now that's a commentary that I would like to watch and listen to. Okay, we don't need the synopsis, but there's what the steel case is going to look like. I would be proud to have that as part of my collection. It was a good movie, guys. Really good. And it was short. That's what I liked about it. It was quick, concise, no fluff. October 3rd, Predator Prey 4K release. Sign me up for it for sure. Let's talk about this trailer that Chris Schober had brought up earlier. I mean, She Came to Me. What's this all about? She Came to Me is a movie with Peter Dinklage, Anne Hathaway, and Marissa Tomei. It follows a composer who suffers writer's block and rediscovers his passion after an adventurous one-night stand. And as soon as I saw Anne Hathaway, I was like, you got me. I'm a big Anne Hathaway fan, as you know. And she plays like his custodian or something, or like housemaid or something. She was like cleaning up his apartment in the trailer. Let me just pull up the trailer. I'm not going to react to the trailer. Written and directed by Rebecca Miller. Yeah, what was that? We did a story yesterday about some guy saying that they're learning the wrong lessons from Barbie about female directors, and we did a full segment on it yesterday. There's lots of female directors, and they're making good content. And this trailer looks like it's good. I don't know why she's undressed there if she's cleaning the place, but he's like, "Can we?" You can't see me because I'm. See if I can get rid of the camera crop. He's like lying in bed there, as you can see, right? He's like, can we have a go at it? Kind of like Austin Power-esque. Shall we shag now or shag later? And she's kind of like, no, it's Thursday, and that's not good, kind of thing. Like he's trying to make a pass at his cleaning lady, pretty much, right? And then we see that he works in the opera. Peter Dinklage, I think, is an outstanding actor. I liked him because of Game of Thrones. I'm in that category. But I also liked him in other stuff like X-Men Days of Future Past. He's a good actor, really good actor. And this trailer showcases a little bit of, this madness of him having writer's block and stuff, trying to find inspiration and stuff like that. And then you see like he's really struggling with it. He goes out on a walk trying to find places. Anne Hathaway looks like she's kind of like the sex symbol in this one. Yeah, it does. Then he goes out on a boat cruise with Marissa Tomei or something, trying to look for inspiration. And she seduces him, I guess. And he's kind of like, wow. Now, it doesn't show anything here in the trailer, but who wouldn't be seduced by Marissa Tomei? Still gorgeous at the age she is. And of course, they go to the opera that he wrote about it. And she's like, oh, I was your muse. And it looks charming. Actually, towards the end of the trailer, I got to say that it looked charming. Peter Dinklage, I think, looks like he's delivering a fine performance here. She Came to Me. Did you guys watch this trailer? From Vertical. I thought it looked promising. I'm going to go check this out. So what was the release date again? September. Oh, it's got a new song from Bruce Springsteen. Was that a new song? Addicted to Romance by Bruce? Yeah, it is new. If you're a fan of The Boss, then you might like this. Check this out. When does this come out? September 29th. September 29th. Let's see what people are saying in the trailers and comments. Queen Anne Hathaway forever. So it's got the Anne Hathaway fans. This looks amazing, to be honest. Oh my God, I love her. It looks brilliant. Yeah. And as you saw, guys, I commented about this trailer and the prospect of like Marissa Tomei falling in love with him. And I never even talked about their disposition. And I'm not going to, because I respect Peter Dinklage as an actor and as a person. And I think whatever happens in that story is perfectly fine. There you go. Well, unless he gets like abused and thrown to the curb, like, you know, like a piece of trash, but I don't think that'll happen. The trailer looked solid. It looked art house-esque. So if some people didn't like that, then that may not be their bag. All right. Let's talk about legal troubles for some people. What's this all about? The Nun actress sues Warner Bros. In breach of contract lawsuit over merchandise revenue. Bonnie Aarons, who played Valak the Nun, suspects that the studio is hiding the true amount of money it made off merchandise exploiting her likeness. Yeah, I'm talking about contracts. Now, The Nun 2 is not even out yet, and she's announcing this lawsuit. This is bad timing. This is bad PR for The Nun 2. And this is not really good for her either, because if she takes this swing and misses Bonnie Aarons, then this is not going to work out for you. This is not going to work out for you getting work ever again. So if they want to make a Nun 3, or if Valak wants to show up again in another Conjuring movie, Bonnie, sadly, your name may not be part of those discussions. They'll find someone else to take over that role and that mantle. This is questionable. I understand. I get it. Hey, they used your likeness. There should be some kind of residual, payoff for the merchandise as well. So yeah, you want to make sure you get your piece of the pie for sure. I just don't think timing wise, this is the best time to do it. Maybe she felt because Nun 2 is coming out, it's topical. We got to keep this in people's minds, and hopefully I'll launch this suit and it will get me some favor. It'll give me some interaction there. I don't think so though. It's a little bit questionable. Well, talking about suing people, the Little Mermaid producer sued over special effects artists' on-set injury. Now, guys, as you know, I went out and saw Little Mermaid this year, and I was pleasantly surprised that it was not that bad. But Disney is being sued for £150 over an injury that took place on the set of The Little Mermaid. Special effects artist Christine Overs, who specializes in making beach and snow sets, says she was sculpting a lagoon scene for the film at Pinewood Studios when she fell from a step onto the concrete floor and broke her wrist. Well, that sucks. I hope she was taken care of medically and work-wise well. This lawsuit seems to suggest, though, that she was not taken care of work-wise. Kind of like, here's the time off. Here's what you need to do to heal. We'll always be in your back, supporting you, whatever you need, right? Provide an adequate access to the set. She said that the fall occurred because the production company had failed to provide an adequate access to the set. So what, she was just trying to climb over something? Yeah, that's liable. And this is the appropriate time to launch a lawsuit like this now, because the movie's come out, it's gone. It's not like The Nun 2, where it's kind of like, hey, the movie's just about to come out. Hey, let's have this lawsuit come up. No, it's not like that. This is the proper time to address these types of issues after everything's said and done, right? Because the problem with launching a lawsuit beforehand is like, it feels like you're trying to steal the thunder from the movie, right? Now, even if that's not your intention, that's going to be the surface level observation of it. That's what people are going to have. It'd be like, ooh, she just wants to make sure she gets her cut now. She's just trying to steal the thunder. Ooh, like that. That's what the casual people will be looking at. Now, afterwards, you kind of sympathize with these people trying to make their case to make sure that they get their fair share, right? Little Mermaid, that sucks. But just a few storylines there for people having legal troubles. It happens. It's something that is unavoidable, that will always happen in the movie industry, and you just got to roll with the punches when they come. Art Glass says, I was trying to envision a bobblehead nun or a Funko Pop nun. What possible merchandise would be credible? Well, I'm sure that there's probably like a hot toy, right? Let's see. Non-Valak figure. Yeah, there is a Funko Pop. Now that doesn't really emulate her visage, but I'm sure that the more realistic ones probably will. And Walmart has one? God. Imagine if you're a kid walking down the aisle and you see that. It is creepy. Like it is I understand why they wanted to make spin-offs with her. But it's kind of like, well, that is what it is. All right. Where are we at? Edgar Wright's Antman. Let's talk about this. This one caught my eye. Edgar Wright was at one time going to make an Ant-Man movie, but apparently he didn't want any other MCU characters in his Ant-Man. It was just going to be a straight Ant-Man story, which doesn't make sense because apparently I heard that he also wanted Wasp in it, which is another MCU character. It's hard not to have another MCU character. Does he mean like other heroes? May have ditched Ant-Man partly due to not wanting to feature Anthony Mackie's Falcon in the movie. Oh, right. The first Ant-Man did have a Falcon reference, right? Where he tried to break into the Avengers compound. I didn't mind that sequence. It kind of set up a bickering between the two, right? Well, Ant-Man, so is that why? Now, they said creative differences, but was that the creative difference? Was that the only thing that stopped you from making that Edgar Wright? I don't know. But it is worth seeing here. And let's see, in Edgar's script, his film, it was still a heist film, but remember how we have three mains? I think there were like 15 people within the gang, and the gang was going to do the big heist. I remember I never got to see his script, but I remember hearing that once in discussions when all the big muckety mucks were in the room, the heist was going to be more of a collaborative effort and more of a 15-hander than a 3-hander. Oh, so there were going to be more people, but just more people like the Michael Pena character, more people like that maybe, non-MCU people. I don't know. Would it still have had Corey Stoll as the bad guy? Ugh, God, they did. What the heck was Corey Stoll thinking coming back as in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and that horrible CGI? Yeah, bad CGI. Talk about that. While list of projects Edgar Wright will likely never make is filled with a what if. Could he do a what if? I think people would see him do a what if, right? Who wants an Edgar Wright movie that isn't really an Edgar Wright movie? Meh. I know a lot of people like Edgar Wright. And as you know, guys, my favorite movie of his is Last Night in Soho, right? Which I think we did a full reaction to. It's just nobody watched it. I got to figure out. I got to figure out a better way to cut that out. Did I do Soho? I did, right? We watched Soho. Yeah, 58 people watched it. I'm proud of them. That reaction actually. That was a fun movie. His best work for sure. At least in my opinion. What do you guys think? Did you guys want to see the Ant-Man, Edgar Wright's Ant-Man? Very interesting stuff. All right. Let's move on to some hit or miss. Whoa, Saoirse Ronan sci-fi thriller gets October release date and first look images. Yeah, we saw this yesterday in the Twitter roundup, right? Foe is like a sci-fi kind of thing. Set in the near future where corporate power and environmental decay are ravaging the planet. Junior and Hen are a young couple married 7 years and living a solitary life on their isolated farm. One night, a stranger named Terrence knocks on their door, bringing news that throws their lives into turmoil. Junior has been randomly selected to travel to a large experimental space station orbiting Earth. Oh, that sounds very Elysium-esque, right? The most unusual part, arrangements have already been made that when he leaves, Hen won't have a chance to miss him because she won't be left alone, not even for a moment. Hen will have a familiar company that pushes her to make a life-changing decision. It sounds like a mix between Elysium and Z for Zachariah, where there's two people living together, they're happy, and then a third person like comes along, and I guess she'll have romantic interests with that third person. That played by that guy probably. So there'll be some intrigue there. The thing is that these images, they don't suggest a whole bunch of they don't suggest sci-fi. Like none of this, like you don't see like the backgrounds, they're not living in a futuristic set. So it looks like they may be going for that lived-in future. Paul Mescal, he's going to be a huge name, guys. So start remembering that name in your repertoire of actors' names. And of course, Saoirse Ronan is fantastic. So the October release, huh? October 6th, the theatrical release. Whoa. Looking forward to it. I wanna take a look at that. I wanna write that down. Whoa. Saoirse Ronan. Looking forward to that one. I'm gonna have to add that to my must-see list. That's a hit. What's this? Reptile Images offer first look at Benicio del Toro Justin Timberlake thriller. Netflix has released a batch of images that offer our first look at the thriller Reptile. Okay, what's this about? Reptile is upcoming, stars Benicio del Toro. Streams October 6th. Okay. Give me a synopsis. Following the brutal murder of a young real estate agent, a hardened detective attempts to uncover the truth in a case where nothing is as it seems, and by doing so dismantles the illusions in his own life. Alicia Silverstone. That's a cool pick. I would work with her. She's awesome. I totally would. Matilda Lutz. Yeah. He at one time was also going to be playing He-Man. That never materialized either. So let's take a look at some of these images. Benicio del Toro, Alicia Silverstone. Reptile. There's Justin Timberlake. So a little bit more of a serious role for Justin Timberlake, huh? He's trying to pick up a more dramatic piece. That's fine. What do you guys think about that? Fascinating. I like those, like he's like a gumshoe kind of uncovering a mystery that unravels his own life at the same time. I kind of like that motif. It's a motif we've seen before, but I do like the cast. Benicio del Toro. Haven't seen him in a hot minute. He's a good actor. He truly is. Fascinating. Yeah, Reptile. Huh. It's on Netflix, so we could probably do a full live watch along on this one, as long as it's not too racy. October? Why not? That's a hit. Next, Steve Aoki announces concept album featuring Paris Hilton and Akon. Paris Hilton, cool. You're going to work with her? She is a singer, Not a great one. She's better than me at least. Concept album. Wasn't Aoki part of that whole dubstep regime or something? He was part of that, right? I got nothing against his music. Curious. Huh. Hero Quest is an entire world that crafted around an dynamic and enigmatic character named Hero. Enigmatic. Part 1, part I was largely driven by an alt music roots in hardcore punk bands. Now the story continues on Double Helix, which embraces dance culture while intertwining the pulse of contemporary Latin music. What? Okay. Wow. Have at it. How are you going to use Paris Hilton? Are you going to let her sing on one of the things? Or are you going to just use her as eye candy for a music video? I don't know. I like Paris Hilton. I do. I know she's spoiled and everything, but whatever. Spoiled rich is what they said, right? We also saw these Monarch images yesterday in the Twitter roundup. Monarch Legacy of Monsters, first images of the TV series on Apple TV Plus, and I gotta say, it looks good. I said this before too. They've got all the models, the CGI models of Godzilla from the movies and stuff, right? They can reuse those models and make them do whatever they want them to do for the TV show. That looks like it's shot well from underneath to show the scope, the size of Godzilla. Like that's from our perspective of how big he is. But it's got Kurt Russell in it. Sorry, Kurt Russell and his son Wyatt, and they're going to be playing the same character but at different ages. So that got me very interested in this Monarch. When is the release date for this? Because if this is soon, then I want to check this out. Huh. Not seeing it. Maybe I missed it, guys. But it looks cool. And Kurt Russell, top tier talent. You hear he's a mensch. Guys, what's with all these lingerie stuff in your in your ads? God's sakes. All right, Survivor fans. The stock Survivor. Why Survivor stopped doing its famous auction challenge? Now, I've been wanting an auction challenge to come back for years. But apparently we find out why it's not back. Survivor used to do an auction challenge every year until one group of castaways broke it. Yeah. They outsmarted it. They made a deal or something, right? They said, we'll share our money so everybody can see the letters from home and stuff like that. Because you used to have to spend all your money to get your one letter from home, right? I felt that the Survivor auction was broken. It had become about one thing, getting in an advantage. Yeah, an advantage or a letter from home. So I gave the challenge department their own challenge. How do we take things we like from the auction, love, food, and advantage, and turn it into a challenge? So that's why it morphed into a challenge. But you know what? That's just on you as writers. I like the auction. You just got to make it so that a reward advantage or the letters from home are not part of the auction. Just take those out. Like a clue to like the immunity challenge. I mean, just have it about food, have it about like little pick-me-ups here and there, because that's what I liked about it. It was kind of like, oh, here's a huge juicy burger with some fries. And it's like, and seeing their faces light up to the what's underneath and stuff is like that's the entertainment value from it for me, right? And then seeing people who maybe spent like $300 on a peanut butter sandwich go like, oh, you just bought that half chicken meal for like $100. I feel so wasted, kind of thing. Like, yeah, like that. That's what was entertaining about it. I hope that they find a way to retool it, because I do like Survivor and I do like that auction challenge. It was cool to see Jeff Probst there with his little gabble saying soul. You know, I felt like that was fun, and I hope that they somehow get that back in working order. All right. I think that's pretty much all we got in the can for today, guys. Let's go over to the Twitterverse and see what we missed. Lucy Hale, Grant Gustin to star in rom-com Puppy Love on VOD. After a disastrous first date, Nicole and Max vow to lose each other's numbers until they learn their dogs are a love match and puppies are on the way. They're forced to become co-parents, to the dogs. And of course, then they end up falling in love. Lucy Hale, Grant Gustin. Sounds like a charming premise. You guys really want him to become like Flash in the movies? I don't know. Emma Stone, Greta Gerwig, Barbie becomes 15th highest grossing film of all time in the U.S. box office. Kudos. Good for you. Why is Selena Gomez trending? Let's take a look. 14 years ago, Magic was released. Is that it? Is that why it's trending? Selena Gomez is the real life Barbie. Yeah. She is beauty. Chris Evans will play Selena Gomez's ex-boyfriend in her Single Soon music video. Really? Chris Evans, huh? I thought Selena was retiring from singing. I thought she did her Hispanic album and then she said that she was going to be done. I thought that was happening. They never retire, guys. It's like you're always going to be playing guitar. Oh, that's something that I could do. Yeah. We'll put the old guitar here. I don't know. Selena, I respect her. Anyway, what's next? Charlie Kaufman says studio executives and CEOs know that their money comes from other people not getting money. Okay, so that's Kaufman. I respect that quote. They know that their money comes from other people not getting money. Like the CEOs make their bonuses and their $43 million salaries because they're not paying the writers their fair shake. And what would that take off their salary? Oh, sorry, you only get to be paid $41 million this year instead of 43 because we're going to use the other $2 million to pay the 40 writers on staff a living proper wage that they can support their families and have a nice house to live in. That's oh, sorry, you don't get an extra $2 million on your salary. Yeah, it's disgusting. And I agree with Charlie Kaufman on that. Let's see the rest of his quote. It's disgusting because they don't do anything. No, they do damage. They do damage is what they do. They do damage to the art form, and by doing that, they do damage to humanity. Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. That's being a little bit dramatic with that. But if everything is about the bottom line for them and saving money, then there's nothing left to the art form. Well, I agree with the first sentiment. They know that they're cheating the bottom people. I think they do. While you're sitting in your fourth mansion, going on a yacht ride on your $50 million yacht and saying, well, the writers, they get the privilege of working on the film, of writing. It's like, no. Yeah, guys, whatever. Yeah, 3.3 million on Thursday previews for Blue Beetle. That's what we talked about earlier. Usually for a good Thursday night preview haul, it's around 7 to 8 million. Anything over 10 on Thursday night previews is like, wow. Which was Barbie. Barbie blew that out of the water. What did Barbie make on Thursday night previews? It was like 17 or something, right? Barbie, yeah, it made 22 million on its Thursday night previews. So just in a comparison there, 3 million for Blue Beetle, 22 million for Barbie on Thursday night alone. It just shows you the difference in scope. Yeah, we know Blue Beetle's playing. We know that. All right. The Nun, Bonnie Aarons. Yeah, we talked about this one too. I just hope this doesn't screw up her getting work later on down the line for other things. That's one of the things that you would have to be doing as a calculated measure as an actor. Is this your only 10 minutes? Do you want to be set up for other stuff down the line? Because this would be burning a bridge even if you do win, or even if you lose. What's the cost, right? Bonhams, a film adaptation for Slime Rancher. Never even heard of that. Hit video game Slime Rancher. Trailer for She Came to Me. Yeah, we took a look at that. My Animal. Michael Cera says personally emailed Greta Gerwig to be in the cast of Barbie. She responded, "Let's get on a Zoom right now." Michael Cera, yeah. He was actually pretty good in that. And I hear he wants to direct. He's looking at projects to direct his own feature, and that's kind of interesting. See what he does. Zoe Dutch, McKenna Grace, and Dylan O'Brien on Instagram. Are they friends or something? Dylan O'Brien? Hmm. All right, guys. American Horror Story, Fellow Travelers. Daryl Dixon, Walking Dead, September 10th. I'm not going to be watching it. I'm sorry. Maybe would have watched it if Carol was going to be part of it, but the actress who played Carol said that she wants out. She doesn't want anything more to do with it. Yeah. But it's a job, so it's kind of, you got to do what you got to do. I'm waiting for Del Toro to appear in Sicario 3. Yeah, Sicario 3. Arglass Grant does deserve a crack at the Flash movie. He's putting the hours to make that character believable. And I think that's what a lot of people feel about him. Fellow Travelers, Matt Bomer and Jonathan Bailey. I don't know what that is. Glenn Close was in The Wife. Glenn Close was just in Heart of Stone. She was just in that. Anatomy of a Fall. My Animal is now in select theaters September 8th and VOD September 15th. Supernatural horror romance. My Animal. Is it about like a teen wolf or like a werewolf? Kind of like Ginger Snaps. I'm getting Ginger Snaps vibes from this. Anatomy of a Fall. I yourself the web button consistent with it. Oh. All right. Well, guys, I think that's pretty much. Yeah, that's where we ended off yesterday. Well, that's the Friday that's been. Might as well jam. Why not? For a little bit. Why not? I was fiddling around with this. I thought we would jam with the electric guitar. Hopefully, it doesn't give me any feedback. Hopefully, it doesn't give me any feedback. Um, we play? Sound is intermittent. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. Shouldn't be. Maybe because of the gate. It's just playing. That sounds pretty. I'm just... see, on the acoustic I played, I on the acoustic I played on electric, I think. Really meaty there. Hopefully I don't blow up. What's the matter? I'm just jamming, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, the microphone's going into. Why? Why? The microphone should not be going intermittent. Anyway, wants the feedback on that. Sounds good. That's weird. No, that maybe it's the microphone settings. Oh, I know why. Because I've got it set to only pick up things from this point. I don't have. It's a new microphone. That's what it is. Which I'm still working on, by the way. That is what it is. All right. I'm sitting on the cords, James. You just bought these new patch cords and you're sitting all over them. this intense? I don't know. I'll figure that out. All right, guys. Ah, I'll figure it out. That's it for me today, guys. I'm gonna go with some breakfast. Join me later for more stuff here on the channel. I don't know.